Vroom, 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 vroom. Rev up your engines. It's time for the Lucas Wong Show. Shit, I think I just stalled. In my automatic. Skrr, burn out smoke, 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 burn out, smoke. The Volkswagen MK7 GTI is a great car, you know, when it works, and it's pronounced MK7. I would know, I've been a YouTube mechanic for 3 months. And just like most cars, it's not perfect. Well, except the Toyota Supra, that's kind of perfect. That's as close to perfect as we'll get. So here are some of the most common problems in the MK7 GTI. And remember, MK7, not Mark 7. But first, I gotta go home, because it is hot and windy as, como se dice, balls out here. So before we start, I do want to put it out there that a lot of these problems were from the earlier models of these cars, so 2015, 2016, and some 2017 GTIs. But with these newer models, 2018 and beyond, I can't say for certain if these problems were fixed from the factory or if they were revised before being sold to customers. So if you're shopping for a GTI or any Mark 7 in general, any Mark 7 Golf, 1.8 TSI, GTI, Golf R, just something to keep in mind and look out for if you're buying new or used. With that being said, a lot of these problems are warrantyable, if that's a word. So the dealership will fix these problems for you with no money out of pocket, but it is a hassle nonetheless to spend your day at the dealership getting a car fixed. So anyways, let's get started, or let's go. I don't have a starting phrase. So the first item on the list is a faulty thermostat housing / water pump assembly, which would cause the car to leak coolant. The thing about this problem is that it's like a 50-50 thing. Like 50% of people have no coolant leaking issues whatsoever, and the other 50 either leak so much that the warning comes on and they see a puddle of coolant on their garage floor, or that they leak so little that they just keep topping it off, and if they don't actively check for the leak, they don't even know that they have a leak. And there isn't even an active recall on it, at least not to my knowledge. I never got a letter or email or anything. I just one day went to the dealership to fix something else, and they told me that my coolant was leaking, and I didn't even notice because my levels were relatively normal-ish, and I just topped it off whenever I needed to. But yeah, mine was leaking and they fixed it for me, no money out of pocket. So yeah, definitely a problem to keep in mind, and routinely check your coolant, or if you buy used, double check with the dealership if it was ever fixed before or in the past, and you should be fine after it's fixed. I haven't had any problems at all with it. The next problem is the sunroof. It leaks, squeaks, peeps, and a whole bunch of other bullshit. At first, I was kind of upset that I didn't get a sunroof and I thought I was missing out, but damn. Knowing what I know now about some of y'all with the sunroof, man, just throw the whole car away. Go try to actively get impounded, because the amount of stress that it's giving you guys, man, not worth it. One of the main issues with the sunroof is it creates cracks on the roof coming from where the sunroof sits. Another big one is that it leaks, especially during heavy rain. Best game ever. I've heard stories of people waking up the next day, going down to their car, and the whole headliner is all wet. There's puddles on the floor, and it's just a whole mess. It squeaks a lot during opening and closing, and it rattles a lot. And I've even heard stories of someone opening the sunroof and then the sunroof kind of just took the whole roof with it, as in like it just scraped off all the paint as it opened up and went towards the back. People bring it into the dealership to get it fixed, and either, you know, the problem comes back in a few days, or a new problem arises when they fix the old one, and basically it just sounds like a whole nightmare. Like, all this is free, but it's a headache. Keep going back and forth with the dealership. The next problem only pertains to the early 2015 models, and it's that their turbos were prone to blowing a lot, like your girlfriend. But yeah, first gen 2015s, the turbos had an issue of blowing up. Late 2015s and beyond, the turbos seem fine. Doesn't seem like there's a problem with blowing at all, like your girlfriend. Again, many dealerships are aware of this issue, and they will replace the turbo for you for free. Just make sure that, you know, if you are tuned, find a way to make sure that they can't pin it back to your car that it blew because it was tuned. Or if you're stock, then you're all good. The next item is actually a recall. It's the suction pump in the fuel tank. It's a free of charge fix at the dealership, around like 2 hours or so. But basically, Volkswagen said something can accumulate. I forgot what exactly, but if it accumulates over time, it can cause a fire, which can be a good thing. Get that insurance payout and get yourself an M2. And those are the really major problems to look out for. In this next part, I'm gonna go over some of the honorable mentions of annoyances. Some honorable annoyances. yeah, first things first, plastic oil pan. I'm on fucking stock height and somehow I still managed to crack my oil pan. That just goes to show you how shitty these New York City roads are. Like, pro-life tip, not even Mark 7 tip, whatever. If you love your car, do not move to New York. Or if you want to keep your mental stability, do not move to New York. The roads are shitty, the traffic is shitty, the price for everything is shitty because everything is so expensive. The public transportation is shitty. Just overall, just do not come here. Go somewhere else. Go to like Ohio and chill with the potatoes or something. That's where I'm going. The minute I can, I'm out here to Ohio or Idaho or something. Annoyance number 2, do not use Rain-X. Do not use anything Rain-X related in your windshield washer tank. Do not pour anything Rain-X down there because for some reason the Rain-X products will mess up the windshield washer fluid leveling sensor in the tank. Rain-X has something that kind of coats up the prongs in the sensor and it'll make the computer think that you're always low on windshield washer fluid when you're not. And the dealership won't replace it for you because apparently it's our fault they didn't tell me not to use Rain-X. But basically, yeah, Rain-X will mess it up. And what you can do is kind of just take the front end of your car apart and pull out the sensor and clean it. But it's a whole hassle, so just don't use Rain-X. Use the regular blue stuff at the gas station or AutoZone. The last annoyance, or in fact, I guess more of a pro tip, the cover on the dash. Do not use anything to wipe it. Use the Swiffer duster to clean the dust off, but do not like physically touch it or physically put a towel on it because for some reason that cover is more sensitive than its goddamn snowflake generation. For some reason that cover is super sensitive and it's super prone to scratching. So the only way to actually clean it is just use the Swiffer duster and just brush off the dust. Do not use a microfiber to wipe it because it will scratch it up. I feel like there's something else that I forgot to mention. Anyways, that's about it for this video. If I did forget to mention something that you thought of, you can always leave it in the comments below to let everyone else know. And as you can see, this car is a piece of shit and you'll be a lot happier with the Focus ST. So catch you guys in the next one.